What up, model railroaders? Toby Passman back again, and I've got another unboxing review in first run. And in this one, I won in a contest. It's one of the Bachmann Easy App 260 steam locomotives. Now, a special case with these engines is that you can operate them. Excuse me. You can operate these on your mobile device. A case with the Bachmann Easy App is that it's available for iOS devices and Android devices, as far as I know. And let's go ahead and open it up. I'm pretty sure some of you model railroaders are curious about these Easy App steam engines. Of course, it's got repair instructions. Yeah, what's cool is I entered a contest for one of these, and I found out this past Thursday that I won, but my dad and my uncle weren't sure about it, and then so I gave Bachmann a call to be sure, and it was true, to my surprise. Oh, man. And these little engines come in 5 different road names. They come in Union Pacific, as you see here, and they come with Louisville and Nashville, Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe, Pennsylvania, and New York Central. And Bachmann asked me what road name I wanted, and I told him to surprise me. This came in the mail yesterday, and I got Union Pacific. And I'm pretty happy with the choice of road name they gave. Besides, I've been a big fan of the Union Pacific since I first heard about their biggest steam engine, the Big Boy. Anyway, let's take a closer look. On the engine, you can see there's a lot of detail. It looks like these handrails are separately applied, which they are. And you got a nicely detailed swinging bell. It looks like it swings, but it doesn't. And you got a nicely painted whistle here, a nicely done dynamo here, and steam dome and sand dome. And you got an operating headlight here on the front, and very detailed smoke box. And you got a coupler cut bar, which is functional. And you got a nice coupler here at the front. And the pilot looks pretty good too. The tender looks equally as detailed as the engine. And you got nice rivet detail over the sides. And you got a nice Union Pacific on the sides. And there's a number 41 on the back of the tender, just like on the cab. And it's the font that's used specifically for the Union Pacific Railroad. There's no other railroad that uses this font for their names like the Union Pacific does. And you got a nicely detailed coal load. And it looks like this backup light is operational. So this would be only my second HO scale steam engine with directional lighting. The first one being my Bachmann Paramarquette 1225. You see the valve gear looks pretty cool. From what I've seen in videos, it looks pretty cool when the engine's in motion. And like I said, these engines are equipped with the Easy App command control, which means you can be able to control it with your mobile device. Anyway, I'm gonna do that and give this engine its first run. Alright, now let's go ahead and fire this engine up. Turn the track power on first. Then you gotta open up the Bachmann Easy App. And that beep means that the engine's recognized my mobile device here. As you can see, it's connected. And I've renamed it from Bachmann ALCo to Union Pacific 41, since that's the road name and the locomotive engine number. As you can see, Union Pacific number 41. And what you should do first, before firing this engine up, is you should change the sound scheme from diesel to steam. And you got to make sure you change the top speed from full speed to freight. That way it'll give them more realistic speeds. And you can also rename it, like I've already done, to Union Pacific 41. Now let's start this engine up. Now, as you can plainly tell, the sound isn't coming from the engine itself. It's coming from the device that you operate the engine with. Now, for the bell option, you have the option of 3 different sound options. There's bell 1, there's bell 2, and then bell 3. I'm going to choose bell 2. And you also have 3 different options for the whistle. I'm going to choose the first whistle option. And you also got the sound for the steam release. You have the water stop. You got the injector. You got the brake squeal. The brake release. The coupler clank. And the sound of the dynamo being fired up. And if you want to hear the chuffs like in synchronization with the wheels, you also have the option to switch it to sync chuff like I've done here. And yeah, and this also has directional lighting. Right now it's set forward. If you set it in reverse, the headlight dims down and the backup light brightens up. But if it's set forward again, the headlight brightens up and the backup light dims down. Alright, now let's get this engine to its train. And you'll see it back with set it reverse when I hit it reverse. You see the backup lights on. By the way, it's a good idea to back it up to a train at a slow speed. Like that. Alright, now let's roll it on out. So model railroaders of YouTube, there you have it. The Bachmann Easy App Union Pacific 260 number 41. And like I said earlier, this engine is available in 4 other different road names. It's also available in Louisville and Nashville, Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe, Pennsylvania, and New York Central. I'm going to back this train up. Alright, here's the shutdown sequence. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this, Radio Hill. I'm Toby Pasman, and I will see you next time.